Hey guys, so today I'm going to try to get this super faded purple and pink out of my hair, finally. I'll be doing a kind of like first impression demo review of Color Oops. So I'm sure some of you guys have heard of this before. I've seen it around, people in my family have used it, but I've personally never tried it just because I used to just use bleach all the time whenever I wanted to remove color out of my hair. And one thing that I learned last year when I was doing that to my hair, I learned from you guys in my own personal comment section, bleach is not a good way to get color out of your hair because it actually just pushes the color deeper into your hair follicles. So lately I've been trying to not use bleach to do that type of stuff. Actually haven't really tried to get color out of my hair that much the past like 8 or 9 months anyway. So we're going to go with Color Oops, which is hair color remover, whatever. It doesn't use bleach in it, but it uses another type of chemical thing. Sodium hydrosulfite, I think that's what is gonna like get the color out. Before we dive into this and actually start using it and getting to the fun stuff, I will touch on the fact that Color Oops is not designed for like direct dyes. They even have a warning on here saying it's formulated to remove regular oxidative hair color, but it is not formulated for direct color dyes such as pinks, blues, greens, purples, etc. So we are going to just keep that in mind as we continue on in this video. I know for some people Color Oops does not work to get out direct color, but I was watching a lot of YouTube videos earlier today and it was working for some people, especially if it was at the stage that this is right now. So, but I did see some where it like turned, there's this one video where it was like bright red and it turned dark purple. And we're not going to do a strand test because that's just not who I am as a person, and we're just going to go for it. And also the reason why I wanted to try this is because it shouldn't touch my roots at all. I do not want to change the color of my roots right now. I just want this bitch ass purple to leave my hair, please. And I wanted to kind of take you guys along with me just for fun, kind of as a first impression like I said, but also just why not? I don't really do like talk through videos for my hair as much anymore, so I figured it'd be fun. And the last thing that I'm going to say before we get into the hair stuff, one, also this isn't sponsored, I bought this today at Target, and two, just because I know I get a ton of comments on this all the time, I do my hair topless. That's it. I don't want to make unnecessary laundry, and the majority of my clothes are black, and I don't want to fuck them up. So yeah, if that's a problem for you, I'm sorry. Just pretend like I'm wearing a bandeau, pretend I have a tube top on, and we're good to go. So Color Oops is 2 products that you mix together, which is pretty standard for like box products that you find. And so you're just going to take bottle number 1 and pour it into bottle number 2, shake it up for 30 seconds or whatever, and then you're going to go for it. And so what I'm going to do before I mix up the product, just because I don't know if it's like a time sensitive thing or whatever, I'm going to brush out my hair. I don't like brushing my hair. Ugh. Part of the reason why I do not like brushing my hair is because it fucking just breaks. If you know me, if you're a subscriber, if you have followed me for any period of time, you know that my hair is hella damaged, and so I don't like brushing it because it just like reminds me of the fact that it's not in good condition. I say as I'm prepping my hair to put more chemicals onto it. At least it's not bleach, you know, so shout out to me for not using bleach. I'm honestly so curious to see what's gonna happen and how this is gonna work. I hope it just like strips it. That would be cool. We're gonna find out. Okay, so now that my hair is nice and fluffy, we can now mix the 2 products together. Don't have to shake it, right? Follow instructions inside box. Doesn't smell the worst. Longer than 20 minutes. Pah. Whatever. Do you think they put like a tiny bit extra in the bottle because they know not every single drop is going to get in here, so they put like just a tiny bit that's going to be the stuff that's like, you know, Do you guys ever think about that? Like, or do you think they put exactly the correct amount into the bottle, but then like a tiny bit is left over because you can't actually empty the entire bottle? These are the things I think about. So now we shake for 30 seconds, I guess. 1, 2. Oh, I was right. Move quickly through the application as the activity of the mixture decreases with elapsed time. So I was right about that. Don't just like mix it up and then get ready. Get all ready, then mix it up. I probably could have done more stuff to get ready. Whoa, while processing, the swimming room is not cold. You're not near a vent with blowing cold air. To mean hot. Warm water and shampoo. Rinse for 15. Wow. Dang, they have a lot of like rinsing instructions. Intensive rinsing. Okay, I think it's been 30 seconds. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is like start in the middle and then do the back and then the front, because the front is like the least offending and the back is the middle is the worst. Ugh, my poor hair. My poor hair. Do this. It's a good look. Remove cap, place. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I think I was supposed to shake this with the other cap on it, which is confusing. Because they're like, remove cap and replace applicator. You are not clear. Instructions. Cut nozzle tip if necessary. Of course that's necessary. Why would that not be necessary? Yikes. That's probably why they have you do the other cap. They were super not clear about that. I'm calling the police. Alright, anyway. I honestly haven't used an applicator bottle like on my head. I don't think ever. It's weird. Alright. This honestly smells really bad. I prefer the smell of bleach a lot more. So this definitely looks different. I mean, it kind of looks like there's some blue-green happening in there. Yeah, I'm super curious about what this is going to look like when I wash it out. Wow. I'm just going to kind of try to run my fingers through it a little bit more and then put it up, put the cap on, and wait 20 minutes. Usually I will wait a lot longer than what the packaging says, but for this one where I'm using it in a context I'm not actually supposed to, I will follow the directions. If there's anything interesting as I'm checking as it's processing, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, I will come back after I've rinsed everything out to see what happened. And the rinsing step is apparently super important. You're supposed to rinse with warm water and then shampoo it and then rinse for another 20 minutes. And that the more you rinse, the better, and it's like the most important step besides the actual product, apparently. Wait, wow, okay. Just kidding, there's actually more than that. I need to read the directions a lot better. So you rinse with warm water and then shampoo, then rinse for 20 minutes, then shampoo again, rinse for another 5 minutes, and repeat 2 more times. That's a lot of shampoo and a lot of rinsing. It's gonna take a while. And then of course after all of that you apply a conditioner. So, wow. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is the final results of Color Oops. I ended up processing it for about 30 to 40 minutes, I think. I checked it at like 12 minutes in and then at like 20 minutes in, and I didn't really see a whole lot of a difference, and so I left it in a little bit longer just to see. And I also sat in a patch of sun for like a little bit just to kind of get some like heat on it to make sure that, you know, the air conditioning wasn't fucking with the processing. And then of course, as per the instructions, I rinsed for an ungodly amount of time, and I did shampoo 3 times. And if I'm reading the instructions correctly, they actually say to shampoo 4 times, but I didn't want to do that to my hair, so I just did 3 times. I used Head & Shoulders for 2 of them, and then just like a random Pantene one for 1 of them. And honestly, while I was rinsing and shampooing, I thought that nothing happened. No color was coming out. Like when I was like looking at my hair, it looked like the same, it looked the exact same. Obviously when hair is wet, the color is darker, but I seriously thought nothing happened to my hair, and honestly not a lot did. It did remove some color. Like this back portion I think is the best example of color removal that did happen, but in here, you know, this purple is still pretty purple. If anything, I think it just kind of made things closer to how like this front piece was, just more all over. So this did do something, and it didn't like make it another color but darker, or you know, it didn't do what happens sometimes on direct dyes. It did fade it slightly, but it's really not that big of a difference, at least from what I can see and tell and remember. This isn't exactly what I wanted to have happen. And then now on top of it, I did throw, you know, chemicals on my hair, and I fucking washed it 3 times in a row, which is not healthy. That's not a good thing, especially for my hair, to shampoo your hair like intensively 3 times in a row, and the instructions said 4. So did this damage my hair? Probably a little bit. Was it as bad as if I would have bleached it? Fuck no. But was it worth the actual end result? Like, maybe. I mean, it did lift some of it. It is a little bit lighter. It is definitely more faded. But I don't know. It is pretty cool, like, what it did to the back section. I just kind of wish that it would have done that more all over. but ultimately, since it didn't have a reaction that is like negative, I kind of can't complain, you know? So I guess I'm kind of neutral on this one. It smelled horrible, like it smelled really fucking bad, but it was pretty easy to apply, easy to mix, you know, it's not bleach, which, you know, it was good so that I'm not fucking up my hair even more, but at the same time it was a chemical process, and then the instructions do give instructions that are damaging. And so while this wasn't like a complete waste of time, it didn't quite give me the result that I was exactly looking for, but at the same time, could have been way worse, and also I'm just glad that it didn't do nothing, which is what I was really worried about when I was rinsing it out and then when it was drying, because I couldn't quite tell. So I'm at least thankful that it did give slightly what I wanted, which is just trying to get this fucking color out of my hair. But yeah, since I am someone that uses direct dyes exclusively, I'm not really sure if I will want to ever take the risk of using color oops, of either just not doing enough or having a like backfire result. But I did want to try it. I was super curious. This was kind of a fun experience. So ultimately, I guess I would say it's not a waste of time and didn't give me, you know, like a miraculous effect, but it did at least do something. And lastly, please feel free to comment down below your experience with color oops. Have you tried this before? Did it work? Did it fuck up? Or did it just do nothing? Has anybody experienced color oops doing nothing like I was really afraid of happened to me? Also, please comment down below your tips and tricks and what you do to remove color without using bleach. I know that there's a million things out there that people do to remove colors, especially direct dyes, out of their hair. So if you have one that works for you, please comment it down below, especially since I'm sure a lot of people have landed on this video trying to do exactly what I'm trying to do, which is get this fucking color out of your fucking hair. So let's talk about it, let's help each other, let's share our tips and tricks, and hopefully we can all start getting back to the hair that we really want, which is not this. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you're not already, especially if you'd like to see what happens next with my hair, what else I do to fuck it up, what other mistakes I start to make, and all of that fun stuff as I continue on with my hair journey. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impression demo review of color oops. Don't forget that you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all sorts of other social media platforms that I will have linked in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!